screen before like everybody uses my chat. Hi. Okay, now that I got that out of my system, you got to be squidding me. What in the fuck, Johnny?
It's a
What the hell is that?
it's a an ascent. I wanna. It's a unit from Helldivers 1.
Oh, you know what's really funny? It looks like they just took a helmet, took the visor off of it, and took the back side of it off, and then sat in it and said, "This is now my spaceship." All right, who's not dead? Sound off. I'm not dead. See? See? I'm not dead. Therefore, I'm amazing. But I'm gonna do this, and then once I do this, I'm gonna go and click this button, and I'm gonna do this. Now you all suffer.
Damn.
Nikki, I need to make that an unnecessarily large minigun that has to have like a shoulder strap, so you just carry it around like a guitar case, and then just go. Fuck you, stupid mechs! I got a whole entire vehicle-sized minigun attached to my shoulder.
That came out of your skirt.
Listen. I have a bag of holding an RP, so you know what? I could place it wherever I want.
Uh,
So if I really wanted to get funny with it, I could just use the fucking DPS method of hiding it up a skirt or in between boobs and then just pull an entire 20 millimeter rifle out of there.
oh yes, using the SPS method. Yeah.
Listen, it was created for something else, but a lot of people have been using it for really smart ideas. Swords, guns, pulling random items out of places items normally wouldn't be.
I mean, the deformation, it could be used for a lot of things, not just for what you think it is made for.
Yeah, or you could do what my one of my fucking friends does, because they're asexual, so they just don't really do anything. They literally took an avatar, right? And then they made it look like a blow up doll, and they took off its armature, and they put SPS on it. So whenever somebody would like have that on their mouth or something, they would just shove an entire person sized inflatable down their mouth.
Or you could have your whole arm just go down.
No, they shoved the entire person in there.
I know one of my friend had a miniature avatar on their avatar, like as a miniature on their hand, and it was fully converted to SPS.
That's hilarious. People use that stuff for funnies, and then other people use it for the other thing. And I like the funnies because the memes that people make with that, hilarious.
Yes.
Especially when they pull an entire sword out of their mouth, and I'm like, is that why was that stored there?
It's a snack.
Or in my case, I'll be like Moxie from Borderlands. I'll just start pulling guns out of my fucking cleavage. Ah, yes, I see. Pulls gun out of cleavage. Whole entire 20 millimeter rifle. How did you even fit that? You know what? Never mind.
Give this bitch a cannon. Bitches love cannons.
Bitches love cannons. Bang.
That's from Helsinger Bridge, right?
Yeah. Oh, police girl. Dude, I love that whole bit. I love how he just like walks in and he's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. If I give a fuck, then I give a shit. But I don't give a fuck, so I don't give a shit. And he's like, it's about as thick as my dick. You're gonna need an anti-tank rifle to get through it. Oh, look, an anti-tank rifle. Oh, shit, an anti-tank rifle.
I think the abridged series is better than the anime itself.
The abridged series is so much better than the actual anime. I'm fucking dying. All I keep thinking about is the abridged. I gotta go watch the whole entire series again. That shit was funny as hell. Oh, and when he gets turned back into a chick, and he's like, "Do you like my young woman self?"
I am slightly sad.
Why? What happened?
I got ice cream last time I went to the store, and
Uh-huh.
I thought I got chocolate ice cream. It is, in fact, chocolate and peanut butter ice cream, so I'm slightly disappointed.
Well, I mean,
Does
not a
it
big
at
loss,
least taste?
but
Does it at least taste like Reese's?
Sort of.
that's not a big loss.
I guess it's okay
Yeah,
then.
it's
not.
it's okay.
It's
but
still
I
not
wanted
just chocolate though.
Yeah, I have another ice cream in there, which is a blueberry waffle cone.
Blueberry waffle cone? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, blueberry waffle cone. It's
Gnome tail is lurking. My tail is not a gnome tail.
I think it's basically vanilla ice cream with blueberry.
Look at this tail. Look, it's
waffle
not a
cone
gnome.
bits.
It's a tail. Look at it. It's an actual tail.
You've been gnomed.
It just has red on it. Okay? It just has a little red on it. Cursed ice cream flavors? Oh god.
What's y'all
my
favorite
god.
candy bar?
Favorite candy bar?
Like
Is
anything
it
that you
even
could buy at the dollar
considered?
store that's
Is it
candy, like candy,
is
chocolate
it
candy bar.
even is it even a candy bar if I say Reese's cups?
Yes, it counts.
Because they're not shaped like a bar.
But they're my
Reese's
favorite
cups.
too. The Reese's cups are just the best.
I will say, if it's like non-ice cream, the Reese's cups, my favorite. If it's ice cream, the Snickers ice cream bars are amazing. I really like them a lot.
My second favorite is
I will get
Buenas.
fat on those. Those are pretty good too. Actually, you know what? I didn't think about it. So Reese's Cup is my favorite, like, milk chocolate. When it comes to dark chocolate, it's Ghirardelli. Because I really like their dark chocolate. It tastes good.
Yeah.
All right, Nikki, you're up. Nikki's dead. All right.
What? What?
Favorite candy bar now.
I don't fucking know.
That's the perfect answer.
I don't really have a favorite of really most things.
All right. I went to adjust. Nikki, I wear my watch so much. I went to like pull it down my wrist and it's not there. So I just grabbed my wrist and I was like, wait a minute. I forgot it's on the charger. My wrist is naked. Don't look. It's naked.
I used to wear a watch. I don't really wear one anymore.
I had a suntan that was in shape of my watch on my left arm because I wear the watch all the damn time. Because it is important for me to keep my heart rate monitored. Because I get weird sharp pains if it stays too high up in the BPM.
beats per minute.
Yes. Congratulations, you understand what it was.
Hello.
I gave you a clap. Oh my god, it's Bread. Hi, Bread.
Hello.
How's it going,
Hello.
Bread? How's things, Bread?
It's
Are you done cooking like a good house boy wife?
you okay?
We're on stream, and I had a nap, so now I'm like hyper energetic for some reason. But I'll crash out in about an hour. Don't worry about it. Those naps don't last that long.
Understandable. I just heard you clapping like, what did I do?
I was clap. What the fuck is your reactive image? What the fuck is that?
What?
Red, what is your reactive image?
Huh?
What the
It's a
fuck is your reactive image?
It's a bread thing that Bogsy said.
It's a bread dragon.
Yeah, a bread dragon.
It's so small I can hardly see it because I have it on my
Is it?
side monitor.
It's in.
Show me the real picture. I must
But it-
see this. A
in Meme
croissant
Central.
dragon? It's a croissant.
It's
Croissant sandwich dragon. I don't. Ah!
It's in Meme Central.
yeah.
Oh, I love the pumping of the shotgun. I got 100 rounds in this 8-round magazine. Pumps shotgun. I actually like how that shotgun operates, Nikki, because it looks more like how a lever action would operate, and I enjoy just staring at the mechanical bits moving. Cause look how good they did the mechanical
Yeah.
bits. They're so mechanical and bitty.
It looks like it's supposed to be a trench gun, but that's just because of the
The
heat
grip
column on
style.
the top. Yeah, and the grip.
Funny part is, I actually had that saved a very, very unbelievable long time ago. My mouse disconnected.
Unfortunate.
Okay, it's back. Hold on. Are they the same one? They are the same one. Yeah, we're pumping shotguns together. Let's go.
Let's go. Trying to hear some crispy corn crackers, by the way. I don't know if you'll pick up on the mic.
Crispy and crackers.
Crispy prawn crackers that I made myself.
Crispy porn crackers.
Prawn.
Nice.
Prawn crackers. God damn it.
Oh,
Prawn.
corn. I was like,
Corn or
what
prawn?
the heck?
Prawn. I hate you. The shrimp.
You hate
Just little
me?
Shrimp. Prawn.
Yeah, I heard John.
you
Prawn.
see. Bread said they hate me on stream. It's gonna forever be embedded in my stream that not Bonksy. Fucking Bread
Exclamation
hates
please.
me.
Dear God,
Wow.
wrong B.
I know. There's too many B names. Stop all having B names with an R or an O in the beginning because Jesus Christ. Confirmed. See, my friends confirmed it. Corn is good.
Prawn. What?
You
Corn.
the band? Yes.
I did not say corn. All of you are mean.
You know, it sounded like you said porn. It did. It did in
Remember
fact sound
District-
like that.
I know.
Remember District 9? What a great movie that was.
Hey, guess what? We have a Bayo 9 in roleplay.
What?
Hell yeah.
And you know what's fancy about it? Nothing. It's run by robots mostly. I mean, oh my bad, synthetics. I still gotta get used to that. It says I can do what I want. All right, you know what? If it says that you can do what I want that permit, so I can do this. So I'm gonna reply this to Nikki and take that. Yeah, that's right. You get those. Also, I feel so bad for that poor little fox girl because she looks so sad that the pets are gone at the end. There we go. I'm giving chin scratches to everybody.
Hell yeah.
And then she's like all sad, like, you stopped petting me. I should do that. I should do the I'm sad because you stopped petting me. My brain, I
Yep.
went to read chat and my brain just completely shut off. Like it just all the thoughts just just went into the black hole that is my mind. And then now I don't remember what I was doing or about to do.
You have a smooth brain. No ridges or lumps or valleys or bumps.
All right, this channel's also getting soundboard privileges removed. Use soundboard? No. Use external sounds? Nah. Save changes.
Damn.
Yeah, take that. Take that, deer.
But it fitted.
But feels called out, so removes all.
Damn, that's a nice gif. Chin scratches. Hello?
Hello?
My Discord did the thing.
Oh.
Tell it to quit doing that thing. It's destructive.
I know, right?
I went quiet.
Happens.
Also, my camera's not picking up things. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, now to do the hard part is doing weight painting. Oh, yay.
Yippee.
Oh, God.
Hmm.
Dun 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 dun. Ah! I'm
Hello.
back.
Welcome back.
I had to
Welcome
mute
back.
because me and the roommate were like discussing that the garage is such a mess that I had to move a ton of shit to get my car out of the garage.
Goddamn.
And I don't want to have to keep doing that every time I need to pull my car out of the garage.
Mm-hmm.
Because they packed everything behind my car because it doesn't move all that often. And I'm like, we can't do that because you're putting scratches on the back of my bumpers.
Goddamn.
And I don't appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's my car. Move your stupid toolboxes and your bicycles out from behind my car. My motorcycle's the only thing that gets to sit next to my car.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Because we like if I ever showed you a picture of how we park in the garage, it's really funny because on the left side, the Mustang,
Mhm.
which is my roommate's, parks straight, right? And then you look to the right, and then you got this crooked ass parked Eclipse because there's a motorcycle that sits on that corner. So I have to park at an angle to get in there and avoid hitting the motorcycle. Because we only have a 2-car garage and it fit 2 cars just fine until I introduced a motorcycle. It didn't fit that very well because it's literally one of those small like 2-car garages. So it wasn't 2 cars in a motorcycle garage. Brain went smooth for yes band. I already read those. Damn it.
And there
Ladies
it
and
goes
gentlemen.
again,
I found a hair
motherfucker.
tie. Another hair tie. Oh my god, my collection of hair ties is growing. Oh, I have no other hair ties. Oh damn. Well, these are my only 2 hair ties then. Let me just put these
Oh.
here so I don't lose them. My cat keeps stealing them. And I have no idea where the she keeps putting them.
That's not good.
She keeps putting them somewhere and I have no idea where she is putting them. I have a feeling it might be in the couch out there or in her cat tree or I don't know, sprawled all over the floor or under the couch. I mean, I found one in the sink. Don't know how that one got there. And then I found 4 hair ties in my laundry. Have no clue how that happened, but now they're clean. The struggle of never having enough hair ties. Dude, I bought a package of 100 hair ties. You know how many I have left? 2. I have 2 left. And I don't know where the rest go because I have this habit of when I have my hair up and I go to take the hair tie out, I will do one of 2 things. I will put it on my hair tie holder on my desk, or I'll put it on my nightstand next to my bed. Well, that is where the problem starts. Because if my cat comes in here, she takes all the hair ties from the nightstand and then runs off with them. And I have a picture of her literally holding one of my hair ties in her mouth, and I'm like, I caught you in the act. I know what you're doing. Give me my hair tie back. And as soon as I went to go grab it after I took the picture, she bolted. And then the hair tie disappeared forever because I never got to see it again. She took my hair tie hostage. My cat keeps stealing those things. And now I'm debating on getting another 100 pack. Also, you can always tell if a girl lives someplace or owns something. I have a hair tie on my motorcycle. I have a hair tie on my car keys. I have a hair tie on the shifter of both my cars. Cuz you never know when you need a hair tie.
And yet you can never find it.
No. Yep.
Those ones I can always guarantee to find. I just open the door of my car and be like, ah, yes, there's the spare hair tie that I left on the shifter of my car.
But
Or
no,
look at my
apparently the-
motorcycle. There's the hair tie that I have attached to my phone mount, just in case I need it. The other car parked outside, hair tie on the shifter again. My car keys, I have one of those little S clips. There's like, wait, how many hair ties are on that? I have a third hair tie. There's one still on here, and I accidentally dropped my keys. Where'd they go? Uh-oh. Oh, they're there. Jingle keys.
The analyst had a point where it was like, I always lose my hair ties. They're on my case. Drops keys. Where the fuck they go?
Where'd the keys go? I also have a black light on here because I have a ring that is UV reactive. So I have a little portable black light on here so I can stare at it glowing. Hee hee, tee hee, ha ha. Okay, so if this set of keys, what's this set of keys for? This set of keys has
Oh no,
a
that's not
key
good
to
sign.
my collar, the house key, which I never ever use because I use the garage, and my Eclipse's key. Alright, what's this other key set? I have so many keys now. Hold on. Okay, so I got a big S clip. This has a Dragon Ball Z charm on it. And this is my 300ZX's key. Okay. And then my motorcycle key has a Fire Emblem logo emblem on it. And just the motorcycle ski that's exceptionally worn out and bent and looks kind of like it's gonna break, and I should probably get a new one made.
Probably.
It's actually cracking. Holy crap. Yep, I'm gonna need to get a new one before this breaks. Otherwise, I'll never be able to drive my motorcycle again. That would suck. But then I have the garage opener actually clipped to my desk, so I never forget where it is. And 2 knives sitting on a headset stand. Oh, with my pliers that I was looking for the other day. I'm a dummy. I just literally
gotta
said it
go.
right there.
You guys have a good time.
Have a
Bye
good time.
forever. Don't get hit by a car because you're deer.
Boy.
I won't promise anything. So
You won't
bye.
promise? Okay, no
Promise.
permissing. No permissing. Got it.
Only in regards.
He would go.
Bye.
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 Why does my... After touching my keys, my hands smell like seasoning. Why?
What is going on?
I-
I'm so confused.
I don't know why. Or maybe that's oil. I don't know. It's probably oil. I work on my cars a lot.
Why do you season your what?
I season my oil with hamburger seasoning. Didn't you know? That's the best way to treat your car to
gotcha,
a nice
gotcha.
treatment of oil.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
No, don't ever do that. Do not actually.
I
I'm
know.
not tasting
I'm
my
not dumb.
fingers. I don't know. I saw somebody literally look for blinker fluid. Like, actually,
okay.
genuinely, were looking for blinker fluid. And they're like, mine is low. And I was sitting there in the auto zone that this was happening in. Like, that doesn't exist. And they're just like, then why the fluid levels in my blinker low? And I was like, you gotta show me this. And they showed, and I walked out, and lo and behold, there was water in their fucking blinkers halfway up the light. And I'm like, that's not blinker fluid. That is rainwater. That is not even supposed to be in there.
Oh no.
and their friend tricked them into thinking it was blinker fluid.
Oh no.
That's a good friend.
That's a
I'm
good friend.
like, that was probably the funniest day of my life, and everybody in the AutoZone was also cracking up laughing and had to see this. So we just had 4 people staring at this dude's car with water in its like blinker. And we're like, you need to drain that because you have a broken seal somewhere on your blinker. And you're like, oh yeah, electronics and water don't go together.
Blinker fluid.
Oh, and then one of my friends, I made really good friends with a person at an AutoZone, and they ended up going to car club stuff with me, so we became like actual friends outside of their job. One day,
Mhm.
just for the absolute fucks of it, he printed logos, right? That said blinker fluid with an AutoZone tag on there, you know, like their brand basically, and he put them on empty bottles and he stuck them on the shelf to see who would actually grab them and bring them to the cash register. And throughout a month's time, he had 2 people grab them.
Oh no.
I I love my friends, dude. They're meme lords when it comes to IRL stuff, and that's what makes it great. Like my airsoft friends, they're also fucking meme lords too. I've seen people I've seen people turn anything. You could turn anything into an airsoft gun. All right.
Oh yeah.
Literally anything could be turned into an airsoft gun if you try hard enough.
Mhm.
And the amount of weird shit that I've seen people pull up with crossbows. I've seen people pull up with bow and arrows. I've seen people roll up with literal pipe gun from Fallout because they took their normal wood and just random bracketry and shoved it all onto a gas pistol and used it. And they even went as far as to have a bolt as a charging handle. And it was authentic. It was just all wood and random metal that they found around their house. The real pipe gun. I've also seen questionable things that shouldn't be airsoft guns and can't be taken to fields. On that knowledge, you should all know exactly what I'm talking about.
A grenade.
No. It could house a decently length barrel, and the handle was strange shaped, you know?
Gotcha.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
landmine.
When no, no, no.
I got it. Don't
When
worry,
I
got it.
saw that, my friend literally took a picture of it and
Trying to think of it. I know what it is.
sent
Don't
it
worry.
to me. And I'm like, is this supposed to be a funny joke because I'm a girl? And they're like, no. But you have a guy sense of humor, right? And he's like, look closely. And I looked at it, and lo and behold, there was a trigger on it. He cut down a gas blowback pistol, and I mean cut it completely to all its bare minimum working parts. So the handle and all that stuff. And then basically just stuck a silicone thing on there and made it, well, an airsoft gun that was magazine fed.
Oh god.
And I'm like, you really have nothing better to do in your life. And you know what was even funnier? It was
It
like
worked.
neon pink.
Oh, bloody hell.
So it literally stuck out. And he would proudly display it on his airsoft wall. Because he had a wall, that's where I got the idea for the gate, like the grates that you can you put these little clamps on them that attach these grates together, and you can bend one of them and you can have just a full stand-up wall, and then you have like these little hook things that you can just place anywhere on the mesh. And that's how I got the idea for airsoft wall. I got it from them because that shit was inexpensive to buy a bunch, and it got all of my airsoft shit out of my closet. I think I gave myself hiccups.
Of course it did.
I don't know how. Am I good? Am I good? I'm good? I think I'm good. Alright, I might be good now.
Oh.
What are you beating up? Bears?
Me.
Kind of.
You're hurting your own kind!
Not necessarily.
How would you do that? I have a lot of airsoft stories. Also, like, I have like good ones and I have bad ones. Well, one of the really funny ones I will say is, so we were in this airsoft milsim field, and we were going through like reasonably tall grass, trying to sneak around to the enemy side of things, right? You know, like you would in a milsim. And lo and behold, we all decided we need to move faster, so we started running. And all of us, and I mean all of us, didn't see the little river that we were about to go like towards because of the grass. So it was too late. We all fell in, and luckily my airsoft gun was a gas blowback gun, because when I fell, my gun was standing straight up out of the water, and my friends were just like, "Oh man, we gotta go change our clothes because it's cold out." It was cold. So it was horrible that we fell in water. And they look over at my gun, and I'm looking at my gun, and I'm like, how is that standing up? And I pulled it out, and there was just mud all inside the muzzle brake.
Oh,
And they're just
no.
like, is that gonna work? And I just fired it off in the sky and watched a huge mud clump fly out of the barrel of my gun. And I'm like, yeah, seems like it works to me. Because they were panicking, except my friend with the spring sniper rifle. He wasn't really too worried. But all of the people using the electronic ones had LiPo batteries. You do not want to get a LiPo battery wet. So they were concerned that their guns were ruined, so they had to pull the batteries out of them to make sure that the batteries weren't damaged. And since I had a gas blowback rifle, mine was working just fine, and they're just like, wait, you can actually just go through water with that? And I'm like, yeah. And I tossed it back into the river, picked it up, and fired it. And they're like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, you should all use these gas blowback guns sometimes. They're actually amazing, like they're amazingly reliable sometimes. Sometimes. I quote, sometimes. Some brands are bad, other brands are better. Okay. That one was a KWA LM4. It was a very good, reliable one that never broke.
Fair enough.
So that was the one great time. And I had like military boots on at the time, so I just was walking in swamp water in my boots all the way back to the little camp to change my clothes. And I felt like I was pouring a river out of my boots because there was so much water in there. and I didn't want to take them off while we were walking through a field of tall grass that was muddy and cold. I still found that hilarious how my gun was just like barrel up, just sitting there in the water, straight up and down because the way I fell. And then I got the ride in a helicopter. That one was fun. We actually had a Black Hawk helicopter on one of the milsims, and it was like $200 to ride in it for the weekend, so the 2 days that we were doing this event. And it was sweet because my friend let me borrow a, how many rounds was that? Like, I think it was like a 4,000 round magazine 249 saw AEG. So I was sitting in this helicopter aiming this little airsoft LMG out the side of it and shooting at people on the roof. I felt so video game. It was epic. And they couldn't shoot up at us because the actual wind force from the helicopter was making the BBs just fall. They weren't strong enough to overcome the lift power of a helicopter. So I got to eliminate so many people on the building. And you know what's really funny? I'm afraid of heights. So the fact that I was even doing that in the first place, I think I was just having too much fun. And that's why that worked out so well. We also had like technicals, like people literally had junkyard pickup trucks that they would like mount airsoft machine guns on, or grenade launchers or stuff like that. And then we had like somebody brought a 4x4, like one of those, I don't even know what they're called. It's like a side by side, except it's instead of 4 wheels, it's got 8 and it turns like a tank. Well, they put a whole bunch of like plating and stuff on it and made it look like a mini tank. It was just like a miniature tank. So I basically cheated. Yes, I used the wind to my advantage. But, you know, I was the one that got to pay the money for it, and all of us got to rappel. They let us rappel out of it, but obviously it was like a short distance. Like, we couldn't rappel because they couldn't land the helicopter on top of the building because the building was a very old building and they didn't know about its structural rigidity with a helicopter sitting on it. So they let us rappel like 20 feet down, which is still fun. You clipping those clips on and going wee. I had a great time. That milsim was wonderful. I miss milsims, to be honest, because it was pay to win. It sure was. It sure was. But see, we only got the people that were on the roof. Our task as our squad was to eliminate everyone inside the building. And let me tell you, they sent a squad of 6 to go through an 8-story building. Okay? You know how many people were in there?
Too many.
We didn't last long. They kept throwing grenades and shit at us. We made it like 4 floors down, and we were finally like, okay, we're almost there. And then 2 grenades flew into our room, the room we were sitting in, and then we looked down and we're like, oh shit. And they just go off because they were like the fucking loud actual airsoft grenades, like the really loud ones. I forget what they call those. They're one-time use. But God, my ears were ringing to no end. I couldn't hear shit because they were loud. And it landed next to me, like next to my foot, so I kicked it before it went off because I didn't want it next to my foot. And then they banned those grenades from that airsoft field, and they accepted other grenades that were made by different companies because those ones were too dangerous. They almost caught one of the buildings on fire. Dangerous.
Yeah, that
So
happened.
they didn't allow those ones anymore. Because they were like strike fuse type of grenades. So you had to
Oh,
like
yikers.
spark the fuse and then actually throw it, and it had, well, powder, the actual black powder in it. So they were kind of explosive, like for real. But they were rated airsoft safe. And then they discontinued making those grenades. I wonder why people were getting hurt by them. And then oh my god, there was another moment. Okay, so we were playing like a little King of the Hill thing basically. Our squad had this building and we were supposed to keep that building from being taken over. So we had people on the roof, we had people on the second floor, and we had people on the first floor. And then we had a whole entire surrounding firing line. And they were just sending armies and armies of people at us. And one of my friends went to throw a grenade through a crack up in the roof area. And let's just say I ran into the next room, so I wasn't out because he threw it. It bounced off the top. It looked like it was about to go out that crack and went right back in and right next to him. And I was like, good toss. He's like, I should have jumped because he could have jumped and like just lobbed it through the fucking crack in that wall. It was like one of those where a vent used to be from the outside on the inside of the building. They took the vent out, so it was just like a rectangular hole. If it was lower, we could have used it for, suppressive fire. That would have been fun. But we defended that shit for over an hour and a half. And then they stopped sending people. Because they had to run through an open field against a bunch of people that are bundled up in a building. You can see how that didn't work. And the only way they got us out of there is they started to roll up with vehicles. We didn't have any grenade launchers with us. Because you got tag grenades. I don't know if you guys know what those are. So we had airsoft tag grenades, which are like chalk grenades. And if you shoot a vehicle with it and the chalk makes any marks whatsoever, or you can see it go off hitting the vehicle's automatically out. And we didn't have any at the time. Unfortunately for us, we only had the regular airsoft BB grenades where it was like 140 rounds. That ain't gonna do shit. Now I think about it, we probably could have just loaded Nerf footballs or something in the barrel of the rotary grenade launcher and just use the thrust power of the grenade to shoot it at stuff. That's what we used to do with rocket launchers, homemade rocket launcher. Oh my god, I have a video. Spady, I have a video of a homemade rocket launcher for airsoft that shoots whistling Nerf footballs.
Oh, those are always fun.
So when they fired it, all you hear is whistling fly out, and I'm like, that's fucking sick.
Where's the video at then? Show it.
Hold on. I will go get it. I'm gonna grab it right now.
Hurry up, I'm impatient.
I will say it's a slow build up to it because they had to like load it and make sure everything was set up. But this was completely handmade by one guy who just likes making exotic airsoft stuff. How do I search videos in here? A video one? Well, I guess I'm going all the way back to like the 2000s. See if I can find it. There's my
I used to
sniper
watch.
rifle.
I used to watch that one guy that does a bunch of the European airsofts, but he just uses sniper only. I forgot what his
Okay.
name was. It's been like forever since I watched him.
I mean, you have like a couple people. I know
Yeah.
Novrich uses a lot of sniper rifles. They even made their own sniper rifle brand. And then you got Silo and a few other people that use sniper rifles. See if I can find this video. I'm in 2017, thinking that's when I had the video. Well, there's an airsoft field. Oh, that was when they were doing the fucking they were doing a old western shootout thing where they stepped 10 paces with revolvers and they turned around and shot each other and the dude got shot in the nuts.
Oof.
Oh, I felt so bad for him because he was like just laying on the ground.
It's worse because it's just that little fucking pellet that hits. Just that
Yeah.
little tiny round ball.
Yeah. Was he okay?
He was okay. He just had to recover.
How long was he on the ground rolling around?
He was on the ground for like at least 20 minutes or so, and everybody's like,
Yeah.
"Are you okay?" He's like, "Yep. Oh, there's the video. I got it.
There it is.
Hold on.
There it is.
There it is. I found it. I found the video. I'm so glad it wasn't deleted."
Send it to me.
I'll put it inside chat. Yeah, because it's really funny because being a girl, a lot of people don't think I'm really into like airsoft and stuff, and then I'm showing them videos of all the airsoft shit that I own and some of like me being on the field, and they're just like, "Oh my god, you're actually a
Oh.
woman airsofter," and I'm like, "Yes," and I'm not afraid to run up there and shoot some guy with a shotgun.
I have a stupid ass picture of Cindy Shy.
There it is. Enjoy that video. Enjoy it.
I shall enjoy it.
I was also the only girl there. FYI. It's just
don't be.
And everyone started laughing, and I was just sitting there trying to stay quiet because I was holding the phone. So funny. It's just like.
I'm coming up on it. I'm coming up on it.
Also, look how far that shit went. That shit went so far. I couldn't believe how far that fucking football went. Like, it went farther than you can throw it. I think we almost lost it because it almost went over the road.
Lamau.
It went so fucking far. And so the way he actually propelled that thing was the reason why I said it takes a while to prepare it is you open the back and it's clamped down. So you got to undo the clamp, open the back, load the little football in there, and then load a airsoft grenade shell that's charged with green gas or CO2, preferably CO2. And it's just an empty shell. And it has like this 3D printed little casing around it, so it seals the barrel completely, and you just shove that behind the football, and then when you close it, there's a little electronic solenoid that when you pull the trigger, it hits the little primer on the back of
Man,
the
I miss
grenade to shoot it.
airsoft.
Airsoft is great. People come up with like
There you
the
go,
funniest
Shy.
shit.
Go check DMs.
Did you know that a company recently has made a gas blowback 249 saw with like 10 different magazine styles that you can choose from?
No, I did not know that.
And the magazines are the gas reservoirs. So if you have the big, huge box mag,
No
you'll be
fucking
able to
shit.
you'll be able to fire all of those rounds out of there very easily. And it has a recoil system and everything in it. It's so nice. I want one. But they're expensive. They're like over 200 something dollars. But it's the most affordable 249 gas blowback saw you can get. I think. Let me double check pricing nowadays because this was a couple years ago when they announced the price point of that thing. Time to go to e-bike. E-bike. Apparently the last thing I was looking at was a Tokyo Marui MTR-16. Is that a gas
Oh.
rifle? Oh, it is a gas
Uh,
rifle.
I'll be right back. I'm being called.
Have fun being called gas blowback rifles. I think it would be under. Ah, yeah, there it is. Oh no, it went up. Oh god, it went up a lot. Now it's like $750. Holy shit. Now I'm never gonna own it. Made by BFC. Yep. That's out of my price range completely. Let's look at some E-Tech. Anything new? Anything new? It has been a couple of years. Looks like nothing really. Oh no, they added an SBR to their lineup. I own that Dragunov. It looks really nice. Got real wood furniture. Got it for dirt cheap because
I love the SVD.
the SVD. Okay, so I brought that to when we were celebrating Memorial Day, and everybody brought out all their real stuff. We just had tables full of just a bunch of real guns out in the middle of the farmlands. And we also brought some airsoft stuff. And my friend shot their AR-15, and they're like, okay, recoil. And then I handed them the SVD gas rifle. And when they shot it, they're like, what the? It kicks harder than my real gun. Because it has a huge chonky bolt that it's actually moving and a metal butt plate. It's not very comfortable to shoot for a long period of time. My shoulder was bruised after a day of using it.
Jeez, man.
But that was a fun night because we stuck 10 pounds of Tenorite in a punching bag. And I have a video of it going off. The shockwave of it going off was insane. And I got to shoot their SR-25. Yes. And it only had a dot sight on it. And my friends are like, all right, let's see what you can do, lady. And I was like, listen, I trained to be a marksman, and I'm going to prove that right now. First shot, I hit a 2-inch target at 100 meters away, easy. And they're just like, oh, shit. And they're like, I don't even think that site's sighted in yet either. So she hit that without even paying attention to the site. Hee hee. And I kept hitting the target over and over again. And I blew their minds. I'm like, I used to have to hunt coyotes all the time with iron sights. I did more dude stuff than I ever did girl stuff. But it was fun. I could thank my brother for that. He got me into the four-wheeling and the dirt biking and doing all this other fun
Same.
shit. I was one of the boys. It still felt weird being like the only girl at like a lot of places. Especially if you go airsofting, you see another girl and they're, you know, dressed in not camo and other stuff like that. And they're like, yeah, I was dragged here by my boyfriend. And it's like, oh, okay, you didn't willingly want to come here. I see.
But it was my dad.
Fair enough.
Yeah, my friends dragged me out. They're like, "Come on, you know you want to go airsofting. You're into airsoft. Come on, go to this stuff." And we were pinned down. We were pinned down in our spawn by a guy with a saw, and nobody with their automatic rifles wanted to go and try and take this guy out. So I snuck up the left side, walked through the little building, leaned out the window, and I said surrender. And he looks at me and there was a shotgun pointed at him. He's like, oh please don't shoot. And I'm like, I'm not going to. Because I'm too close for one. That would hurt. Because I was using an APS shotgun, so it wasn't a 3-shot shotgun. It was CO2 and shell 12-shot shotgun that you had to actually put wads and stuff in order to actually use that thing, because it used the actual shell. It was a shell ejecting shotgun. And I saved my friends from being pinned down at the spawn, and my friends were holding me on a pedestal, I swear to God, because they're like, yeah,
My dad got me into a lot of dude stuff.
Okay. I felt like I was being held on a pedestal while I was there, because they're just like, all right, listen, all of you guys have machine guns and automatic guns. The only girl on our team ran up there with a fucking shotgun and got him knocked and took out the guy. Like, explain yourselves. I'm like, yeah, I might not have the range, but I had the military skills. Also, I walk very quietly. I scare my roommates all the time. Literally, all the time. I'll walk out in the kitchen. Bogsy, it's amazing. I'll walk out in the kitchen and they'll be watching anime or something. And then I'll open the fridge and all three of them will be like, oh shit. And it's like, when did you get there? 2 seconds ago? And they're like, God, you're so fucking quiet. And then my the one roommate, Tyler, he'll actually go, yeah, I don't know what it is. She walks dead ass silent throughout the entire house. You can never hear her walk anywhere. I'm like, it's a habit. I grew up having to like tippy toes around my parents because they slept at such early hours and I did not go to bed early.
Sound like me.
I just had. I also walk on my tippy toes a lot. Like, I don't know if that's just a bad habit or what, but my tendons are rock solid because of what lifestyle of walking around that way.
It's funny, you're saying all of these cool things that you do, and I'm just like,
What
I'm
was
not
that, Brad?
mixing.
What's that, Brad? Hey, Brad, speak up. Hello, get louder.
Hello? What about now?
Ah, there you are.
There I am, yeah. I don't know
There
why
you
it
are.
is like you say all of these cool things, and it's like, I've done yoga, I've done Pilates, I do cooking, I do baking.
You
Hmm.
did the girl stuff. I did the guy
Yeah.
stuff. I did do yoga and stuff in the past.
Yeah.
I had a couple friends that were women, goth women, but they were women.
Mm.
Whammin's a whammin.
Yeah.
Whammin's a whammin. Also, going to yoga class was an awkward experience for me because of like how fucking tight everything is.
I loved. I mean, I loved it. Honestly, I was at the front. Wait.
You were at the
Wait.
front?
Wait.
That makes more sense now.
Yeah, that makes a
Wait.
lot more sense now.
Yeah. I'm not defending myself, am I?
What one of
No.
my I forget who sent it, but somebody sent me an exotic yoga class and it was like just a whole entire class of women doing funny positions on each other and I'm like, how is this yoga? I'm like, what is this? Let's see if you know what? I think Amp was one of the people that sent it to me too.
Was it through
We just-
Tickety Talk?
It might have been. But it was fucking hilarious because they were doing, well, you know, positions. And I'm just like, is this a group of lesbians or straight women? Because I can't tell. They're laughing and they're doing this stuff. So I'm just gonna sit there and let my super scroll up in Amp's DMs for a little bit here because I'm pretty sure it's a really old TikTok. Bonksy, what are you playing? Is that Enshrouded?
Yes, this is Enshrouded.
Yep.
That's how you
This
mine
is my
rocks?
first copper ore.
Wow. Mine and Amp's first ever message. 7/24/24. And it was just motorcycle post. That's all it was. It was just bikes. That's all it is. Bikes and cars and forklifts. Why forklifts? What? Okay. Interesting. We got some strange DMs going on here. Hey, it's Paul Walker's Eclipse.
Okay. All right.
I went to car museum. And it was one of the movie set cars and they actually had quite a few movie set cars in there, and the Subaru that they had there, the hatchback, they had it hanging off the wall. All right. Hanging off the wall with an explosion going off behind it as a decal for one of the movies, and it was another movie set car.
That's pretty cool.
And that shit blew my mind.
I have grenades. I do not have.
All right, scroll. That was RP stuff. 8/8/2024. Wait. Or I've been RPing for a half a year already? Way. Where'd the time
Half a
go?
Half a
You-
year.
Do you want an
Yeah.
answer to that question?
And that's not even including when I was role playing for all of
Oh,
like
hello.
2018 and 2019 for a little while there. And then I
Hello.
stopped for a while.
Hello.
Lily,
said hello
where'd
to
the
Ice because
time
of-
go?
I don't know, sweetie. Time just keeps marching on.
Yeah, I noticed. I've been in the Mirac roleplay for fucking 6 months
That means that
already.
you and I have been friends 6 months already.
Holy crap!
Yippee.
Well, I, for one, am very happy about that.
I just been
long
enjoying
have-
it that much that I never. Oh my god! I need to save this image.
Wait,
That's
how long have
fucking
we?
sick.
How long have we been friends for then?
I don't know, dude.
A while.
I've lost track
Because I
of
think a bit
time.
longer. Yeah, because I think a bit longer. Because even though I wasn't in VR.
Trying to find a specific video. I don't know if it was in Amsterdam or if it was.
Either way, I'm still glad to have met you all.
I agree.
Many thanks.
Pictures of Soju. Soju's so good, but it's so dangerous for me. Because I'll drink it and be like, it tastes like juice. 4 bottles later. In a row. Back to back. Sleepy time.
Oh yeah, I forgot I have adult juice.
Adult juice.
I don't know if you can say the A word on Twitch.
Adult juice. The adult orange juice.
That's for me. It's adult apple juice.
Adult juice.
Yeah, you can say apple
Only
juice.
adult
Yeah, that
juice.
works.
Yeah, adult apple. I think
What
it's
we call it in The
adult.
Sims is just juice. They just call it juice. We can just call it juice.
Yeah.
For
I have
God's sake,
juice.
why are we making this a big deal?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm gonna get some juice.
How the
Oh, that's a pinned message. Okay. Let's see. Where I don't know. That video is
I'm back with the juice. I don't know if this will pick up or not.
Oh yes, lovely juice.
Yep. Lovely canned juice.
I'm struggling. I don't think I can find this video. I might have to actually manually look this up somewhere. Who?
Haha! There's the button.
There's a button?
There's a button.
I'm getting my full body trackers worked on.
Ah, gotcha. How's it going?
This might have been posted in side chats because I don't see it there.
Fine so far because I'm just getting started.
Fair enough.
Guys, side chat. I should model something like that.
Ooh.
For the LF bot.
Okay.
What?
That's
What?
just
What?
that would be insane. That's just an arm cannon at this point.
It's an arm
Practically
machine
is,
gun.
isn't it? Okay, yeah, wow.
So you're not wrong.
Mhm.
It is technically a cannon, but it's an armed machine gun. And it's going to be on an LF bot, which is going to be an assassin. So. Because Zuki is one of those funny mercs. Also, yes, I do have to seek out Binary's character now. So I'm gonna have to get a hold of Binary. You're like, how do you want to play this thing out here?
Mm.
Dude, it's already been an hour and 25 minutes on stream.
Hell yeah.
I was rambling a lot, and I'm surprised people are here because
Well, when you ramble, that just means they get to hear your gorgeous voice.
Mhm.
I don't like my voice. I don't know.
Well, other people do. So, you know.
You do?
Yep.
I don't
We're
know. I
here,
think
aren't
it
we?
sounds weird to me.
I think my
But I'm
voice
also-
sounds weird to me.
Well, that's because your voice is on a voice changer. So yeah, your voice is meant to sound weird.
I think my voice sounds weird to me.
Holy crap! I'm
Wait, what?
glad you're not watching the stream.
I just clapped a whole bunch really, really big.
That's
No
fine.
one
I'm
saw
just gonna
that.
go back into the VOD real quick.
The look on her face was pretty great.
Yep.
I did the amp face.
It was great. I'm
Wha-
so happy. I'm so proud. Okay. Yes, I have things to install.
You have things
Yes,
to install?
yes, you do.
Wait,
Yes,
what
I
do
do.
you
I have to
wait?
install the Vive Hub.
The Vive Hub thing, yeah.
You got Vive trackers?
Apparently, the stuff that Johnny was going to direct me to is now on the public for me, so.
Oh yeah, you're using a Quest, aren't you?
Yeah, but they're gonna
Quest.
have legs.
Well, they got more of a setup to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it means
yeah.
that I have a little bit more work to do to get.
If you for an Oculus headset, or a Quest headset, I mean they're all the same fucking brand. You have to go and do like these other programs to get them to work. When it comes to an index, you simply just pair them and then they just work. There's no extra steps. There's no, which they should make it easier for people who have Quest and stuff, because the go-to trackers, because they're good, are the Vive 3.0s. Because those other ones that I've heard, you know, the slime trackers or whatever, and the other brands, I don't forget what the other ones are. I keep hearing
Well,
like the
there's no-
stories of they desync, and then you have to like do this process to get them to resync and line up again, and then it's cool, you can go under blankets with them, but sometimes they just glitch out, and I just keep hearing the negative sides of those things.
What are you saying negative sides? Are you talking negatives about the trackers I just got? Because I'm gonna smack you.
There's always negatives to everything.
No, I was talking about the slime trackers and the other
Oh.
Oh, the
ones.
slime ones.
I don't have the
Yeah,
slime ones.
like
I got the
like those
Vive
3D
Ultimates.
printed ones. Yeah, you got the inside out tracking trackers.
Yeah,
You
I
don't
got
need
the
base
Vive
stations
Ultimates.
for.
Yeah, no, that's what I got.
Okay.
Was the ones that are inside out that are from Vive. They're the Vive Ultimates. They're the
Yeah,
same that
Vive-
Johnny's fiance uses and that Brett has.
Yeah,
Hello.
Vive trackers. I know those other trackers are like less expensive, but until they can get their actual software situated better,
So
they're not
Oh, they've
the most amazing, because I've had a lot
They're
of
pretty-
friends tell me they're not that great.
oh, I've used them actually configuring. They updated
There we
the
go.
BIOS and it's pretty good. It works for
so
me.
All the Vive trackers have always been wonderful for me, but I also
these
don't
actually,
have to go through hoops.
yeah, these the Ultimate trackers that I got were actually not that expensive. They
Okay, so
have
they-
a kit for the set of 3 that comes with the trackers, every cord you could possibly need, the dongle for them to connect, a thing to connect it to your computer, and some pretty decently comfy straps. And that whole
Oh.
kit was it's on sale right now, but that whole kit was less than $600.
Yeah, they're about
Oh!
the same as what I got.
Oh, right when
So
right when I panicked about the price, I was turned into a dragon instantaneously. Magic. Poof, I'm
So,
a dragon now.
Yes, but I would like to compare that. It was less than $600. I'm aware that that's a lot for those of us who are very, very broke. I would like to compare that to the price of index trackers, which are like $200 a piece, and
What?
Yep,
index
they're expensive.
index full body trackers are $200 to $300 a piece.
I don't use.
And
I didn't know Index made trackers. I
They
have the Vive
do.
3.0s.
They do,
I
yeah.
never heard of index trackers.
Yeah, I've
so
never
the
heard of
Vive
those either.
3.0s So
They don't even have them on Steam.
they do. At least I think they do. So I did the math, but
Oh.
they don't have a I will focus on that in a second. Let's just go on an adventure here.
They got the tether, the base stations, controllers, and the headset. That's all I see
Okay.
for Index.
Then I am incorrect, but just hold on. Hold on a second. I get 3.
Oh.
Okay, so the
they
3.0
just died. Now they're back.
I did.
Yeah.
Sorry. The 3.0 trackers are 129 a piece. They do not have a kit for all 3. So
that's
for 3 trackers,
$375, and then you can go and buy track straps for like $20.
hold on. So that's
Hold on. a
3
sec.
that's roughly $390 for 3 trackers. These require base stations, which I do not have.
Got it. I already have the base stations because I have an Index and a Vive.
Yes,
So-
I don't have an index.
So my
or a
route,
Vive.
your route was least expensive for what you were doing, and my route was least expensive for what I already had.
Pretty
Yes.
much. It's the same,
Yes.
yeah. Same thing
That's-
with Lily, yeah.
So hold on.
So-
Let me just to give you an idea, because now I'm already doing this, so now you just have to bear with me.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
2 plus that. So it would have been $788 plus, let's say $20 for, so it would have been over $800 to get the Vive 3.0s for me,
Whoa.
as opposed
Ooh.
to only about 600, under 600 to get the
Okay.
ultimates.
Yeah.
It
It
would
was the same,
be
yeah.
it would be years before I could get Vive 3.0s.
And the same thing
I
for me
keep
as well.
forgetting you have an Oculus headset.
Because it works just as well. The way I have it set up, it works just as well as any other headset with how I've got it set. Especially since I don't have to go through the Meta app anymore. The only thing is I don't have individual fingies.
Oh yeah, they got rid of that.
Well, no, they
Yeah.
didn't get rid of it. I just
Oh.
circumnavigated it. I bought a little mini
Okay.
router dongle that's built to connect directly to Virtual Desktop. I don't ever have to open the Meta app. It just has to be installed on my computer. And
Oh.
I can then do the air link to the little router thingy that I have that I love so much. And from there, I can go from that to Virtual Desktop, which I launch in my headset. And it works perfectly. And then I can launch Steam VR and everything I need from there. And I
Okay.
don't stutter as bad anymore. And
So
it renders so much better.
So I'm just gonna say something real quick now. You gotta go through all these things and have this extra little dongle thingy and then all this other stuff. I just plug my stuff in and it just works.
So
I-
bear in mind, Shy, that I am going off of a gaming laptop and a second-hand Quest headset that I bought off one of my IRL best friends for $100.
Okay.
You have a several $1,000s worth computer and a $1,000 headset
This is true.
that was built by Steam, and all you have to do basically is plug and play.
Yeah. That's why
I got
it
VR
was
the
my
most
preference.
affordable way I could.
Mine was a preference because I tried Oculus headsets and I did not like the no base station tracking because my room has a lot of obstacles. So it
Mine
tend to
does too.
not work
It doesn't have
very
issues.
well because I have a cluttered room because I have a desk and a lot of reflective surfaces and I couldn't track behind my
So-
hands wouldn't track behind my head and it was
Oh, mine won't either.
a mess. So I was like,
The
no.
hand's not- The only issue that still exists with with Quest 2 and Quest 3. I don't know if they fixed it in Quest 3. I doubt it. Headset is the hands going out of range of the cameras. That's it. It has no issue with
They-
there being objects.
My brother has
fix it, Brad?
the Quest Pro, I think it's
Yeah,
called.
that's a Quest 3
And that
Pro.
was the
Think-
one. That's what I got the test.
I believe they fixed that in the Quest 3 as someone uses a Quest 3 and used to use a Quest 2, but
Okay, so if
I
this
didn't use
was
the Quest 2 much.
years ago, Shide, then it was probably a Quest 1
I miss
Pro.
having an index.
Because the Quest 3 doesn't have a lot of those issues, and the Quest 2 doesn't
Okay.
have a lot of those issues. I have a very cluttered room. I believe you have seen snippets of my horribly
Like my
messy
room's
room.
clean. It's just I got a bed, a desk, a lot of reflective surfaces, and
Everyone does.
It did not.
So the play
It did
space,
not track very nicely at my
the
old
play
place.
space, the play space complains by in which it goes, "Hey, you got objects in your play space. You might want to move them."
Oh,
But that's all it does.
Oh, it does
Yeah,
Is
that?
it
pretty much.
Oh, I
Yeah, that's all it does is it warns you that there's objects in your play space, but you can just be like, yeah, I'm aware, continue, and it will not complain past
Oh,
that.
okay. On my index, I just
tracks
have
perfectly.
a border. Usually there's a wall border, but you can make the wall part completely invisible and have an outline border on the ground. So once you approach, and it's also bright pink. So if I approach a wall, I can start seeing the pink line on the floor in the headset, and I'll be like, "Oh, I'm close to one of my walls," and I'll move.
Yeah, and the Oculus will do the same. It
Okay.
The Quest 2, I never get near my borders, but every once in a while, like especially if it loses
For
track of one
me,
of my
there
hands,
isn't any inexpensive way. I hate every time this topic comes up. Even slime trackers are expensive. Oh, it's David's. David, I swear to God, we're just gonna have
Hi,
to buy you
David.
trackers. We're just gonna have you like send money, buy trackers here, and then just ship them directly to you
I'm
from our
sorry,
house or
David.
some shit to make it an easier experience for you.
I'm sorry that this topic upsets you. I can stop talking about it. I was just excited.
I was just trying to figure out the differences because being a tech nerd like I am, I'm just because I never
Oh.
owned any quests. The only quest I actually did own was the Oculus Rift S, I think it was called.
Yeah, so
And
Quest
I had that
headsets
for a
along with
little bit,
that.
and then I upgraded to my Vive Pro wireless setup. By the way, the wireless on the Vive Pro headset tracked amazingly, but it also has a dedicated wireless unit attached to the headset and a camera system that goes on top of your screen to watch your headset as well. And the latency was, I couldn't even tell the difference between having it plugged in and having it wireless. And I had batteries that, because I could switch out the battery packs, and each one lasted 6.5 hours, which if I'm sitting in VR for longer than 12 or 13 hours, I think I have a problem.
I'm trying to look up because honestly, the next headset I get will probably be a Vive, just because it seems to be better.
What is it? I don't know what they have for Vive headsets now. I don't know.
I'm looking right
I'm
now.
pretty sure they discontinued the Vive Pro Eye, which is what Mia has, which has the best eye tracking because it can actually track your eyes individually. So Mia likes to do the cross-eyed thing on me a lot, and it's really funny when they do.
Yeah,
I think it was Mia, or was it Amp? It might have been Amp.
The Vive Focus is the wireless one, I think, that they currently have, maybe? I don't know.
I spelt headset wrong. I spelt it heat set.
Oh, that's the one that has eye tracking. They have all sorts of really good ones.
Wow, those look kind of like Oculuses now. The controllers are no longer, the funny controllers.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Wait, what
to
is that?
figure out-
One of them looks like it's just a pair of goggles you wear.
Yeah, they've got some wild shit.
It's called the
Okay, so
Vive
that's
Focus.
the one with
Oh my
face
god, that's
tracking.
expensive! Holy shit!
Hold on. I'm trying to remember. Because I was looking at this just the other day.
Okay, so the Focus actually has eye tracking, so that's why they got rid of
The
the Vive
Focus-
Pro Eye, is they just introduced a new headset that has eye tracking.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a
I'm
wireless
trying
adapter
to-
in the image down there that they discontinued.
Trying to figure it
XR
out.
XR Elite, that's what that is. It's a little tiny goggle headset. Like, that's interesting looking. Oh, and then they had the Vive Pros. Wait, they came out with another Vive Pro? How many Vive Pros are there now? Ouch. That's $200 more than an Index, and it comes with the stupid dildo cock ring controllers. No thanks. I'll stick with my Index with its funny finger tracking. I like that way too much. I can't
I'm
sacrifice
trying to figure
that.
out. They had a wireless one, but I can't remember what it is now.
I still have the wireless adapter to mine. Oh, that's the ultimate trackers look like? Oh wow, those are like little tiny thingies. They're
Yeah.
little bitty guys.
Oh yeah, and they're lightweight. They're pretty cool. They charge super easily too.
A wrist tracker? That looks strange. But it's dedicated for your wrists? Huh. Oh, they have the facial tracker's only $100? What the fuck?
Yeah, they've got all sorts of stuff. I'm so fucking confused. I swear to God they
Can I
had.
make that work with my Index? I want to stick my tongue out at people. Just bleh. What the hell's a wrist
That's
tracker?
that. It is the Focus Vision that I was thinking.
Oh, the wrist tracker's like a watch. Okay, so it attaches to your wrist like a watch, and you set it to either left or right, and it's just a wrist tracker. Enhances your hand tracking of VR headset and bring world objects into virtual reality. So this is what they were showing off when they were doing like the finger pinching thing in the sky, and that's interesting. I can't wait for us to have like trackers for our hands and stuff where we just attach it to our wrists and we don't have to hold a controller and we can just move by finger movements. Like, that would be so cool.
Yeah, it looks like the Focus Vision right now is probably the best headset they've got at the moment. I don't know how it
That's
works.
what it looks
I'm
like.
not looking too deep into it because my Quest is still working and I'm going to keep using my Quest until it doesn't work anymore. And then I will look into getting or starts dying. Then I will look
See-
into getting a new one. Or I make a bunch of money. Whichever comes first.
The reason
that's
why
a
I got my Index was because I had a fucking big ass settlement from workman's comp for the lung injury that I had, and I needed a new headset anyway because my Vive Pro controllers were, well, I was on my third set of controllers and those ones are also failing. So I was like, okay, I'll just upgrade to a newer headset, and that I just bought the Index, and then I've never had a different headset ever since. That's all I have is just an Index, and I've had it ever since, God knows, 2019. And the first set of controllers finally started having really bad fucking stick drift, and now I have new controllers.
I've had my Quest 2 for a while and only the cable started having issues. To be
My
perfectly
Index
honest.
is on the second cable? Yeah, the second cable. The first cable
I've
still
gone
works, but it
through-
has the green little pixels once in a while, and instead of dealing with that mess, I just put the new cable on it.
The Quest. People make far better strap things. So I have a picture on my phone, and I will take a second.
That was the
find
other
it.
thing I hated.
Let me put it
The
inside
Vive
chat.
Pro, I had to take off the off the ear headphones because they sounded like garbage, and the microphone sounds like garbage. I sound like I'm 3 pitches higher than I normally am.
The side chat.
So when I got the Index and heard those speakers, I'm like, oh my god, these sound
Yeah,
so
and that's
good.
the other thing. My Quest has a really good microphone, and the speakers, the headphones I got for it are fantastic.
Yip 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 yip. Hi Hoku. I love to get a Quest
hi,
Pro
Hoku.
/ Pro 2. Also, hi Diesel.
Over here. I'm sorry, I'm still actually pretty damn sick, and so my brain is going at like 2 clicks every 20 minutes.
Don't
Understandable.
worry. Don't overdo yourself. You're doing fine.
Oops.
I won't. I'm doing fine.
Both of my controller drift hard on my Quest 2, and it's like a year and a half old, give or take. Can't wait to ditch it. Understandable.
Can't wait to get rid of this thing.
Stick drift does suck. I'm not gonna lie. Like
I have had to replace my controllers on my Quest 2 like
it's always the
twice.
joysticks.
Okay. In your side chat, Shy, let's see if you can guess which one is mine and which one is my IRL best friends that I was house sitting for. This
The
is before
bottom
I got
one's
rid of my
yours.
cable. Yep. The bottom one is mine.
Because
And
that
same with the
you got
controllers.
the Pro head strap, I think that is.
I don't remember what it's called. It's from Kiwi. I got the good head strap. I got
That was the other thing I hated about Quest. Their head straps were awful.
I got the good headphones. I got the controller holds that are similar to the
Are the controllers just sitting up like that, or are they on a charging station or something?
Oh, no, you can't charge Quest controllers. Goodness, they're just sitting up like that.
Oh, that's right. You have batteries.
I do.
I keep
Why am
forgetting
I charging
that.
for my
You
controllers
can
that are on
charge
the
them.
others?
You can actually charge your Quest controllers because you can change your batteries for rechargeable ones, and you have a docking station you actually put them in. Because that's what I use.
I change the batteries every couple of months. And this is with me using them nearly daily. I've only had to change them every few months.
Like
Damn.
I just the dog. I just do rechargeable batteries that the Quest provides up.
Yeah, see, that's what I did for that's what I do for a lot of my stuff. I always, because I don't like battery waste. So I always have rechargeable batteries for anything that I need batteries for.
I make do with what I have.
I just do that because I just don't like battery waste, because after like playing airsoft for so long, I learned how harmful batteries are to environments when people just kind of, have one burst and acid gets everywhere, or throws them on the ground, or disposes them in the trash. Like I don't like disposable batteries.
Yay, lithium ion pollutioning.
I restate, I make do with what I have. Please don't judge me too harshly for it.
I wasn't.
What kind of batteries does it take?
Double A's.
Double A's.
You can get a AA charger with a whole set of like 4 batteries for like $20.
They don't last very long.
Oh, you got the really bad ones then.
Yes, we
really
have
low
Amazon
milliamps.
ones. I don't even know where they fucking are anymore.
Hold on.
Stop.
I wasn't meaning those ones. I'm sorry, Lily.
Not you, Bread.
The
Smile.
rechargeable batteries I had were 1500 milliamps, the AA's.
You're fine, Bread. It's fine.
I know.
I live in a house with other people it is cheaper to buy a bulk thing of disposable batteries than to have batteries that last for 3 to 4 hours and have to constantly change and charge them.
Those are
That
shitty
makes
ass
sense.
batteries.
That has
Yeah,
been my
they're just
experience with
shitty-ass batteries.
rechargeable batteries. That's
Yeah.
why we never use them, is because we
That
only had them when they were new and they didn't last anywhere near as long.
the ones I
Now
have.
they
Well, I don't think
make, like,
I don't. I say it's the one by Quest. I don't think it's a rechargeable battery per se, but it's made by Quest as well, specifically designed for docking
wait,
stations.
you
that
have
can use.
Quest rechargeable batteries? I didn't know they made their own batteries.
Yeah. Let me get it actually. Let's see if I can take a picture of it. My camera isn't working on my laptop, by the way, for some unknown reason. So 1 second.
Yeah, battery technology has gotten way better nowadays. 1500 milliamp
Just let me
batteries
look.
last a while. Oh, I see what you mean. I see the Amazon ones, and no, yeah, those are shit.
I wouldn't know which ones to get.
I could always help you if you ever were looking for some, because there's some out there that are like extremely high milliamps, and that's what you need. The higher the milliamp, the longer they'll last. That's basically
Yeah.
bigger number equal longer life. The
Yeah,
actually true statement for once.
I just don't. I don't know that
Ow.
I don't have any more outlet space for yet another thing.
That's understandable. I think no,
I've-
actually my AA battery charger has the dual outlet thingy. It's got the USB-C and the regular little flip out pluggy thing. I had to look over at the battery charger and go, what are you? But yeah, higher milliamp equals more better. Oh my god, they make 2800 milliamp batteries now? Jesus Christ. That's just a
Battery
double A
technology is
battery.
advancing.
Oh, they make lithium batteries too in double A's. I didn't know they did that. They're so much cheaper than when they first came out. They used to be like very expensive. I'm seeing like packs of 8 for like 15 bucks. I didn't even know I might have to buy new batteries. Cuz I got quite a few battery operated things that I could use batteries for. That would be nice. Like my little Fox lamp up there uses AAA batteries, so I need to get a set of AAA rechargeables. Because they don't put a USB port on it, so I can't just plug it into my computer and make it just on all the time, so I can have a glowing fox on my. It's the Minecraft fox, so it's cute, and I want it to glow. Oh yeah, they actually 2800 milliamps seems to be like the highest one. That's more. That's better than my fucking 11.1 lipo battery that I have for my airsoft gun. That's only 1500 milliamps. Like these AA batteries doubled that shit. The fuck?
There we go.
I need to invest in a new lipo battery for my airsoft guns.
I've just realized this. I probably posted the Quest 3 controllers, but still. Chargeable batteries and an official Meta Quest charging thing that works
Oh wow,
really well.
you got so the little grippy thing just. Oh wait, is that a wireless charger?
No, it isn't wireless. I don't know,
Oh.
but still, it's pretty good. It uses the common charging cable to put in as well. But you can also use it. You can use the other end to charge your headset as well at the same time. It's
Oh,
really
I see the
nifty.
batteries built into the little
Yeah.
to fit the perfect shape of the controller
Mhm.
itself. I didn't even know
So you
you
have
had
two
little
options.
panels that you could just take off like that. I thought it was like
Yeah.
a door or something. I didn't know it was a panel that just slides off.
Oh no, it's really secure. It's really good, and the hand tracking on it is brilliant, honestly, and it feels so good. Like you just pop them
You
on
have
there,
finger
charge it whenever you
tracking?
want. I do have finger tracking, but I need to get that. I need to figure out how to enable that and sort that out. But it does.
VR chat is slowly implementing that in for I think it's the Quest Pro series controllers because Mia can get it to work sometimes and they can spread their fingers. I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
They have
On the
finger
Quest,
spreading capabilities.
on the Quest, when it shows up as well, it shows them finger movement as well, which is pretty insane. Like really well. But I don't know how they implement that to VR because I don't think it's quite there yet.
Ah, I see David has 800 milliamp batteries that last months. Imagine having a 2800 milliamp battery, David. If that battery lasts that long, imagine 2000 extra milliamps. That would last a half a year then. If that's how long an 800 milliamp battery lasts for your controllers. But I'm pretty sure Lily's controllers are newer. I think they're the newer ones. Lily, are your controllers the newer versions? Oh, Lily's not there. Never mind. I'll ask them later.
Oh, hey.
I'm dying.
My shit is being. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I think the Vive Hub was trying to take
Your microphone
The
away.
Vive.
control of my,
Yeah.
which is fine.
So, Lily, your controllers, are they newer models or are they older models?
I don't know. I think they're no, they are. I swapped the controllers with my friend
Okay. So,
who
David has older ones, I'm
there we go.
assuming.
I think I've got the newer ones. No, I haven't got the
Yeah.
new ones. I don't think I have the newer ones. I have
Man,
controllers.
that's so hard to remember. Which version of the Quest controller is new or old? We
Yeah.
don't know. They all look the
Yeah.
same.
I have controllers.
I have controllers. They do controller
Smart.
stuff.
So I have. So the story of my headset is that my friend, my IRL besties, he bought a index. He had an index. He had the full body tracking.
Okay.
He had everything. And then he realized he never fucking used it because he didn't do like social stuff or a lot of VR gaming. He just did exercise stuff. And he was like, I don't fucking need this. So he sold the index and all of that and bought a Quest, which he then used for just as it came for workouts every once in a while. Then his at the time girlfriend moved in, and so he bought a second Quest to do things with her, but they never used them at the same time. Only one headset would be used at a time. So he's like, why the fuck do I have two headsets? And that was around the time that I started really wanting to have a VR headset. Period.
Okay, David has
And-
newer ones.
Yeah, David's right.
Okay.
And
Oops.
so he agreed, since he only paid like $200-300 for the Quest 2, because the Quest 3 wasn't out yet. He agreed to sell me the Quest for $100, and he would, package it in the box and everything and just let me have it. And so he did that. And the original controllers he gave me, the finger tracking on them, what little there is, didn't work at all.
Aww.
So he
Aw.
and I traded controllers because he's like, I don't need the finger tracking, but you do, so we can trade. And so he and I traded controllers, and it was. Then he discovered that they worked for him, but the controllers I had worked. And then eventually stick drift got so bad in them that I've bought and replaced the controllers a couple times.
See,
because you can do that.
the stick drift, for the Index when they first came out, is to save on money, they use plastic cages.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
So the plastic would eventually wear down, and a lot of other companies, especially Quests, are known for this too because they're very inexpensive. They have to use plastic cages, and that's why we get that stick drift. But Index got a little smarter, and they used more robust materials to actually strengthen the cage. So it still will get stick drift eventually, but there's also a company out there, if you're brave enough and you know how to use a soldering iron, not talking about your Quest controllers, I'm talking about my Index. So if mine ever gets stick drift again, there's a company that sells full metal cages, and I will never have to worry about stick drift again
I've used a soldering iron. I
if
can
I
do
get
that.
stick drift again.
I could try it
Yeah.
out my Quest. What can go wrong?
It's not
Yeah,
that bad.
how about you do it to like an older set of controllers that have stick drift and don't damage controllers that work?
As someone who has like burnt their hands like several things as well, almost like got as
No,
someone who's cut themselves up
she's
several
right.
times.
Always do it
Yeah.
to the unimportant one first. This is how I
Yes.
lost an entire drive's worth of
Okay.
data. Is my dad didn't know how to use a heat gun. I didn't realize he didn't know how to use a heat gun. He got fucking impatient, and the most important thing that needed to be removed, carefully transferred, and then soldered back on, he broke.
Oh.
And now that data's gone forever.
You want to know
So
how?
no, he didn't know how to use the heat gun.
So
I have a
so you know when I was
And
setting
he
up the
should have
three
started
monitors,
with the unimportant one.
you know
Because
when I
the
was setting up
unimportant
the
one we got off perfectly. Now it's your turn, Brad.
you know when I was setting up the 3D monitor thing for the bedroom, right? The progress and all that. Did I tell you that I almost broke all 3 monitors at the same time because I didn't know how to use them out and I wasn't reading the instructions? I just got carried away. Because
Did
I
you
tried
not
it the whole.
mount it to?
Well,
Oh,
the thing is,
Fred.
here's the thing. The instruction booklet came in different parts for some unknown reason. So I ended up having to. I thought, oh, I'll just put it together and I'll just lift it on top as well. But I didn't like the angle, so I thought I could just lift it out and adjust it. I almost broke the table doing that and the 3 monitors because the whole unit just almost fell. And this is 3 gaming monitors and a £900 monitor.
God damn it, Fred.
And this is
Also,
why you can't have nice things.
Also,
Yeah.
for soldering guns, I actually, since I have been soldering for many, many years, I have a very nice soldering iron that can heat up to 400 degrees Fahrenheit in 2 seconds. Because I was so tired of my old soldering gun with the tips that it had, they weren't fine enough for small wiring. So I actually have a precision soldering gun specifically made for small electronics, and I've already used it plenty of times fixing friends' keyboards.
Hell yeah.
Where I would just take the keyboard apart, unsolder the mechanical switch. This is why I love mechanical switches. Unsoldered the mechanical switch, popped it out, put the new one in there, and soldered it in like just a few seconds, not maybe a couple of minutes.
What is the
and it looks just like, because I have all the utilities that you need for the soldering. I have like the solder remover and all that other fun stuff. And it looks just like factory. Like you couldn't even tell that I put that in there. I love my soldering gun.
I was about to ask this. Oh.
If you're doing wiring, it's better to crimp it than it is, and then like heat shrink it, than it is to solder it, because the wire becomes too strong and therefore becomes brittle. So if you actually do that in a car or something that has wires that are going to be moving around a lot, you can actually snap the wire connection if you solder them. Just saying,
Tips of Shy.
little FYI.
Tips of Shy.
Ah, I as. They did a fox. They did a fox intro. They went ah.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
We're having story. We've been having story time. Like the subjects have changed so much.
Hmm. Did I tell you the time that I almost burnt down my parents' kitchen by using a blowtorch?
What?
Brett,
Why were you? First off, why were you using a blowtorch? Secondly, Brenda, you're
Very good reason.
worse. You're more accident prone than I am, and I literally just hurt my ankle bouncing it off my metal chair leg about 5 minutes ago.
So that was because so my dad has this my dad wanted he's part okay, this is mainly on my dad's fault. He's part of a Chinese thing. And there's a saying in the culture where you know how we have sonnet that will do. In Malaysia they go jinjai jinjai la. And what he decided would be a good idea was to get a good crispy roast or whatever, like the pork crackling, all that stuff. He pulled out a gas canister, a really old blowtorch thing, and just attached it. And he gave it to me like, okay, here's a blowtorch. I got so excited, I forgot to adjust the nozzle, and I pushed that thing, and flames just shot out.
You sound like my friend that used a fucking plasma torch for the first time. Didn't realize that you're like the flame was going to be big at first popping out of there if you add a little too much until you fine tune it to become a blue little tiny thing. And yeah, they almost caught an entire fucking cabinet of flammable liquids on fire.
This is also, I forgot to say, this is also the same dad who, at about almost 60, went up like a really tall ladder, no one holding at the bottom, fell, almost broke his back, got back up, and just continued climbing.
Hey, Brett, if you're gonna do food-related torch things, go get a little butane.
I do.
Torch,
have that
a little
before,
handheld one with the removable cartridges that you can refill.
I do. I've got that.
They're
I've got that.
wonderful.
I've got that as
and
well.
yes,
and I have,
Lily, there's a lot of purposes for a torch that small. Actually,
yes, I know. What I said was get a food torch because they make them specifically for food.
My dad.
Yes.
But the thing is, there's also another food torch that's
go ahead, As.
twice the size. There's another food torch that's twice the size of the butane torches that's specifically designed to sear meat, and it's massive.
What the
fuck? Don't get that one.
Holy shit! All right, that was typed fast. Long time ago, me and my friend was in the woods, and there was a private cemetery on the hill. As we turned the corner, we looked up and saw a black figure peeking out behind a tree, looking at us. As we got closer, it disappeared behind the tree and disappears.
Ooh.
Spooky ghost. Dude, I do not. I already said the ghost story things before. I do not want to revisit this because those still give me nightmares to this day, and that happened when I was a child.
Also, if you want to know something accident thing, about 2 years ago when I was at work as well, I remember I was like carrying some samples, and the massive like medical doors and all that, right? The really heavy ones, right? I somehow opened it and ran into it at the same time, and I had to go to the hospital.
What the fuck? That's like me opening my bedroom door and smacking my tit.
Something I assume you have done from the tone of voice.
I mean, I haven't smacked my tits.
I've done it a couple of times, and for some reason, the depth perception of how big they are compared to where the door is located never seems to compute in my head that I should stand back a little bit away from the door because I'm so used to being close to the door. When I go through it, I don't open the door all the way and then walk out like normal people. Nah, I go through the door right as I'm opening it. Sideways.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't believe you. Let me see. Sorry.
I'm not gonna show you that. I have also accidentally bashed my tit with my frameless door to my car because the window. That's why I keep the driver window rolled down in the garage
Mhm.
because it's a frameless door. So since it has no frame, it's just the window that sits there and it's clear glass. And sometimes I don't realize that it is exactly the right height to hit me in the chest.
Until you've essentially tit punched yourself.
Yep.
Yep.
And then I'm sitting in the car going, so fuck.
Mhm.
I almost did that today, actually, because I actually had to unbury my car from the garage to get it out of the garage to go pick up medication. The roommates need to do something with that lawnmower and that bicycle and stop putting their toolboxes behind my car and their old car parts behind my car. I can't
I
even
would.
get my motorcycle out because they just threw cardboard boxes, car parts, and a stool and a lawnmower and a bike all in that one section. So it blocks my car and my motorcycle.
Bet it
If
doesn't
the rest
block
of the
their
garage is
cars
clear.
at all.
Yeah.
But the
I
rest
would.
of the garage
I
is
would
clear.
have. I would happily create. I would happily create a service and whatnot, just like cleaning shit. So I would just travel like over there and just clean up shit. I would happily do that.
No, we just need to make some room
I can
from the
do that. Trust me,
shelving
I could
and
do that.
also get
Honestly,
like what
let
are
me
those
clean. I could do
hooks?
that. I could do this. Sorry, I could do this.
You just want an excuse to come over here. It'll take like 20
I
minutes to
know.
clean that. I could do it myself.
I
I
know,
just
but I want
need
to
to
clean.
have them remove their shit from the
I think
shelf
Brent
that we don't
wants
need
to
on the shelf.
become a cleaning and organizing service. I think you're missing the point here. It's not
Oh.
I
about
mean, I do want
Brent
to come
coming
over.
over. It's
Yeah.
not about the amount
All
of
right,
time.
so we'll put you in a maid outfit then while you do it. That
Yeah.
way you have freedom
I
and
think
a
Brent will be
nice
okay with that.
breeze.
Mhm. I mean, I was already wearing this Japanese apron. I was streaming a bit, so yeah, go for it. I'm just fully embracing it at this point.
We need a
Like, I don't
okay,
even.
so my roommate,
Mhm.
she has a bicycle that she never rides.
Yep.
And it sits
Mhm.
behind my car. It fell on my car once already and caused a scratch on the back bumper. So I'm pissed off about that. But I handle my pissed off things towards my stuff like that a lot different than other people. It's more of a calm manner, but I gave them warnings. If that bike falls over and hits my car again, I will throw that bike out the garage and I'll leave it in the yard. Because if you're going to continue to have a bicycle you're never going to use sitting behind my car where people cannot get over, I'm going to lose my shit. And I said to Tyler today, the bicycle.
And the bike can't be kept in the house?
Apparently not. It also has broken brake cables wrapped around it for some reason. And I literally said, okay, we have a wooden frame rack sitting over there. There's a shelf. It's a 4 tier shelf where we go to a hardware store and get those little L hook things that screw into wood. Put
Yeah.
2 of them in that and hang the fucking thing up.
That wouldn't be that hard.
Mhm.
Get it away from my car. It costs more money to fix the paint on my car because it has a unique color that's specific to only the GT line of cars, and I don't want to spend that much money to repair those little scratches. Because they quoted
Well,
it
and also,
$500 for 2 small scratches.
well, and also, it's just rude to damage other people's things with your things,
Yeah.
Mhm.
especially
Uh,
in a roommate situation.
Also, they have a bad habit of going in the trunk of my car because I'm a mechanic and just pulling my shit out of there. So my jack is now behind my car again, even though it was in my trunk of my car.
And you can't lock your trunk?
I normally don't lock my car in the garage, just in case I forget the keys in there one day because I can't unlock it. But
Get a second
the
set of keys.
The car can
Lock your
only
car.
lock. The car can only lock the trunk if the entire car is locked. It will. It doesn't have a separate lock for the trunk because
Yes,
it's one of
get a
those like
second set
push
of
button.
get a second set of keys.
You got the $350 to do that.
We will find a way.
We'll find a way.
Okay, so the car uses chipped keys. They're very expensive to replace.
We'll find a
Yeah.
way.
So it's like it's like new enough to where the car will, if you try to use like a normal key that's just made for the ignition and it doesn't have the fob anywhere, like if it's not near the ignition, it will not start at all.
Well,
And it
wouldn't-
won't unlock unless the fucking key with the key fob is next to the car.
well, in that case, is it
Well,
even
within
possible
range.
to lock the key
I
in
can
the
lock
car?
it from here, I think. Hold on, let me hit the button. Let's see if I can hear my horn. Oh, yeah. I heard my horn. That's got good range.
Well,
There we
if it's
go.
smart enough that it won't unlock unless the key fob is there, wouldn't it be smart enough to not lock if the car isn't running?
The battery needs to be on a charger all the time. If the battery goes low, sometimes it'll lock and stay locked, and then I can't unlock it without using the manual key. And I have this bad habit of leaving my keys in the car on accident.
Okay.
And I also keep like I said before, to avoid boob damage, I keep the driver window down because it's in the garage. I just told them, if you're going to use my tools, put them back in the car. I understand the jack. We agreed. Okay, the jack can stay out. Just don't put it under my car. Because that's where it was.
Well, then that means that they didn't listen to what you told them.
I know. But I'm not the one paying the most rent. They are. So therefore, I'm going to be a little more lenient with the jack. But my tools, if they borrow my socket wrenches and shit, that shit better go back in my car. I will strangle a bitch.
You could also get your other roommate to talk to her.
Oh no, it's not her. She doesn't do any mechanic stuff. It's two guys that I already told about.
Which is why she doesn't have that much of a problem with them.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, you can also get Amp to yell at Ty.
Yeah, but he doesn't really work on his car that much. It's more of Alex that works on their car. But he ended up buying his own toolbox, so maybe that'll keep him from, my stuff.
What if I came over? No, stop that.
Stab it.
I swear to God.
Brett,
If
I'm
you
gonna
open the trunk of my car and try and organize my trunk of my car,
No, I'm not gonna organize.
I will
No,
go
no,
crazy
no.
because
No,
my unorganized mess that's back there, I know where every single thing is.
As
Or
a
it is
hobbyist,
actually organized.
as a hobbyist, I know the value of having a man honesty. I'm aware of that.
Well, my car's a hatchback. I just tell them the reason why I don't want the jack behind my car is because the pneumatic lifts for the trunk don't work anymore. So if they accidentally let go of the trunk and it hits the jack handle, it'll bend or damage my trunk. And that's a lot of weight that thing has. I have to lift that shit up with both hands in order to get that trunk to stay up. And then I got a piece of wood in there that I kind of just use as like a little leverage to hold it up. I can't find those fucking little arms anywhere. I don't know where to fucking find them.
This is coming
And
together.
both of them failed at the same time.
Oh, this is coming together. This is so cool. I might need
Only
to
at
start
350. BMW charges almost 800 for another set of keys. Mine are, see, David, that's the difference between yours and mine. Mine's a 2006 with a basic key fob. All right, it doesn't have to have like crazy technology in it. It's just the key fob itself, not the key to go to the key fob. The fob. It's a unit that goes inside the the button box thing, and that's $350. I have to buy the key with the shell attached to it for a different price. I think it was like 50 or 80 bucks. I forget. And then that's a blank key. Then I have to go and bring it to a place to get the key cut. Oh my god. The process of getting my key replaced the first time because the previous owner broke the key fob straight off the key was horrible experience because there was no Mitsubishi dealers within 2.5 hour drive of me. It was a process to get that shit to work. And then this old man, like this really old guy, I go to the place to get my key made, and he looks at my key, and he's like, "This is extremely worn down. I'm gonna have to actually grind this by hand." And I'm like, you mean without using any of the tools to figure out the depths?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Don't worry. I have like 35 years experience with this." I'm like, "Okay." And then after he gets done, he goes, "All right, now go check this key, make sure it works, and if it doesn't, I'll make adjustments to it and I won't charge you for those." And I went out and the fucking key worked flawlessly. First try on every lock, and I'm just like, "Damn." He just free-eyed that. No fancy tool. He actually sat next to a little key grinding wheel and did it manually, and he nailed it. Because the other person couldn't do it. He's like, the machine isn't. I can't get the machine to like cut this key. It's so worn out. So the fact that this older gentleman actually understood where the peaks of the key were supposed to be and did that by hand just astonished me.
Yes. New blood versus old blood. Who's gonna win?
Old
He's
blood.
got skills. I brought every key I ever needed to have done to that guy because he will make the most worn out key be a flawless brand new key cut out on a new fresh blank, and he does it perfect like every time, and he only charges $10.
Hell yeah. Now
Just
that's
like,
the
yeah,
kind of dude I want to be.
that's the guy I want to go get keys done for.
That's the guy I want to be.
That's the years of experience talking.
Yeah, that was really cool because I guess he's like he was a locksmith for a very long time, so he used to have to like help people rekey locks, and he would actually they would bring in a door lock and be like, "Can you key this new lock to my old key?" And he would do that too. Like he offered services like that, which were not really the services that company actually provided, but he would do it anyway.
Because fuck it.
The locks on your this is why I don't want a BMW. A coded key lock for your fuck that shit. I don't want a fucking passcode to unlock my car. That's how people are able to steal those cars because they got code readers now. Was that Nikki?
I've come to a random realization.
Yes.
Where the fuck is the soundboard thing? To play the soundboard to Discord.
On the new layout.
Yeah, it's just fucking gone.
No, it isn't.
What do you mean? Mine's still in the same spot. What?
Your Discord hasn't updated yet.
Oh.
But I have the rounded corners.
It is.
I'm afraid to update my Discord. Do I do that?
No. Then if you have the rounded corners. Okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
Also,
I have the
just
right
completely forgetting
corners.
where it's at. I'm not seeing.
That's so strange. I thought
Wait,
it
what
was
does
just,
this- What does this button do?
what does what button do? Don't start hitting random buttons. We all learned what happened on stream last time someone did that.
Did you disable the sound? Ah, I found it. It's under the. No, I didn't. Fuck. Okay, that's the emojis. Wait.
They're also currently disabled from this chat room, I believe.
Oh yeah, they're disabled from this chat.
I was gonna say they have to be because I don't see them.
Yeah, because mine in the side chat is just right there. I disabled them
Well, yeah,
earlier because
because you're
Johnny
the
was
owner.
here. I
Here,
can
1 second.
re-enable them again because Johnny does some cursed ass fucking soundboard shit, and I don't want risky shit. So I will fix the channel to allow that again.
They're still on top of the little call controls. They're still on the little call controls when they're enabled. They're still in the same place.
There, I re-enabled them for this
Okay.
channel.
And now we go.
Listen, if I want to deep throat my banana, I'm going to. Fuck you. Of course. Of course, that's the one you play.
I
I
don't
was
think
gonna
that's
do
the
that,
one
but
I
she-
meant to click on, but
Oh.
it is
Oh.
what I clicked on in the end, regardless.
I wasn't sure which one I was gonna click, but I was gonna click something before I left because I'm gonna go do Pokemon stuff before I go to bed.
I'm doing
Like,
Pokemon stuff.
Go do Pokemons.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
I'm gonna
that's
go do
open right
Pokemon.
now?
Tag night.
Yeah,
I still
it starts at
never.
8.
I still never figured out how to even like. I'm in the server. I don't even know what to fucking do. No one even explained anything. Said the
Oh
server.
no, nobody explained shit for me either. It's just the Pokemon announcement.
Nobody really explained it to me either.
You need
I
all
just
you
went to
need
allow it.
is NPC adventurer or merchant.
I think I did that,
And you're
but someone
getting
mentioned we
started.
had to have like a character sheet or some shit of some.
You
You
can
want to
go
make
to
sure you
3.
read the rules.
You can go to 3 lobbies without a character sheet.
And then they will
Okay.
want you to have one.
So it's the Pokemon Adventure Guild.
Yeah.
I think I already have all the rules because I went to get started. I'm pretty sure I clicked these. How do I get my rules?
By clicking on your name.
Clicking on my. Oh, I had to scroll to click on my actual name.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Oh God, where am I?
That I cannot help you with, I'm afraid.
Oh, there's a sea of names.
I'm a
So many
foxy
names.
girl. Hello.
I am a foxy girl, but right now I'm a dragon girl. Rawr!
Alright.
So I pushed the button and it messed up the PC.
Hello.
Bread, you are so quiet. What did you do?
Alright, I'm swapping. Good night.
Bye.
Oh, there. Oh my God, that was. Ah, help my ears! I have adventurers and visitors. Roll.
Oh my goodness, right. What is happening on your end?
Oh, now I'm a fox. Now I'm a kitsune. Holy shit! Hold on, let me turn them down
Mine?
drastically until they fix that because I can hear myself in your
I
mic.
haven't said anything.
Yeah, something is going wrong with your mic, Riot.
Yeah, it went horribly wrong.
Okay, might wanna quiet down
Is it-
my mic.
Yeah.
Up and down headlights, yeah.
I got this. Oh.
I think Riot has to leave to fix it.
Damn, David, that's silly. I have to stretch, man. Ouch.
That's better.
That stretch didn't feel good.
Nope, no,
I
it is
still
not.
hear my yeah.
What?
It's not communicating well when I talk.
How's that?
Hydrate, everyone. Drink your drinks.
I got me drink. Can you hear me? Right, by
I
the
don't
way?
hear myself, so I think you're good now, Riot.
What
I think
about
noise
me?
suppression just decided to be a fucking bitch.
Am I okay?
Like
Yeah, you're
always.
fine now, Red. You're
then.
quiet though.
For fuck's sake.
Red's always been quiet.
Yep.
They have
You
my
just
too
need
loud.
to turn your input up a little.
There you go.
Eh.
Fixed it.
I'm on my phone. I don't know how.
Not you, Bread. You're fine.
No, that was Riot. that was Riot that just
fine.
talked.
Riot is fine. Bread needs to turn up the input in Discord on his microphone.
Yeah,
Better. Get closer to
they
your
went
damn
quiet again.
microphone.
You also might need to
That's
go
what
into
I
your
don't-
computer settings and turn the input sensitivity on it up a little.
That's what I've done. I swear to God, that's what I've done.
Then you need to go into your Discord settings and under voice and
That's what
video.
I've done. That's what I've done.
Tomorrow we're gonna have games.
Next
We're gonna
thing
do
you
game
need
stuff
to deep
tomorrow
throat your
and
microphone.
Saturday.
Yippee
Is it an
A
external or
microphone?
internal microphone?
is external.
Then
Is it a
one,
headset microphone?
It is at the moment because I.
Is it close to your mouth?
It is. It is definitely close to my mouth.
then you need to restart the restart and reconnect the microphone.
Most likely.
Most
Is it
likely.
inside your
one
mouth?
That oh is it inside your mouth?
Honestly, some microphones it's the only fucking way, and it's
I'm a
so
bossy
stupid.
girl.
Moment of truth.
Give me those mouth sounds.
A meow
Did you
sounds.
restart the headset, disconnect and reconnect it from the computer?
It,
Red's fucking
I don't know
losing
why
her
this is
shit
causing.
right now.
I don't know why this is causing such
I'm-
severe anxiety.
I'm holding because I'm using a laptop. I'm trying to get the camera to work. I'm holding this delicate piece of shit at the same time and trying to do all this with one hand.
Okay,
Did you ever
Fred,
think about getting
we
a
can-
desktop mic?
We can-
I have.
we can hear you well enough for the moment.
No, hold on.
I have
hold
to
on,
turn them up a
Hold on.
lot in order to hear them.
Hold on.
I
Hold
know.
on.
I just want Bread to be able to have both hands to focus on the troubleshooting issue.
Yeah.
So I want Bread to finish what he's doing that he's holding that's so damn delicate. And then try to fix his microphone.
We're gonna send off a
Sorry,
raid while Brett suffers. Brett's gonna sit there and suffer as I set off a raid.
Have a good time on the
Sorry.
raid, chat.
Rage shadow.
Have a good time, sorry. Did you?
Raid Shadow Legends, a game I never play, but they keep trying to ask me to get fucking do shit for them, and I'm like, no, because I don't want to play the game. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I will be streaming tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Time. We'll be playing more Elden Ring, so if you guys want to see me struggle and die a million times, by all means, come on and join me. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be a wonderful experience. So yes, again, thank you all for joining me tonight, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Good night.
Oh, night door.